Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you here at this hot summer at Cannes. And my name is Wish, and I'm the CTO and the co-founder of Pharos. So, so who is Pharos? Pharos is the fattest EVM-compatible layer one in the market. Actually, we have launched our testnet last month. We're reaching 20K TPS, 1 gigabytes per second. And our vision is to bridge the Web 2 and the Web 3 asset and the liquidity together. And we are envisioned to bridge in around 50 trillion in RWA and TradeFi, and also in the cross-chain capital to be built on Pharos. So how we can get this? So it's powered by this real-time, real-world applications through our deep parallel technologies. So why we are aiming at this TradeFi, I know that the institutions and the banks and the traditional finance is now, we are saying that the emerging with Web3 world. So what we see about the problem on TradeFi is that they have several problems if we really want to adopt it in Web3. So the first is they have bottlenecks in the RWA, though it has a really big amount of the values. So the second is most of the traditional RWA or TradeFi, they need a long time to settlement, which is compared with real-time DeFi in Web3. It's really a large of delays on the liquidity, especially. The second is we saw a high of the frictions when they are doing the FX. If this on the yield, it's a lot of the frictions doing this for this yield generating asset if we are on Web3. And the fourth one is about the compliance. Most of this traditional finance, they have a strict finance compliance requirement, which nowadays are done by manuals, which is bottleneck when we're onboarding those assets. So what Pharos provided is this, we call it the enterprise level RWA. We can provide instant T+0 settlement with this 24/7 liquidity support on Pharos. And also we have a specialized design in the tech. We call it Special Processing Network, SPN, to support the heterogeneous hardware with GPUs and TEE to meet the requirement of many of the banks, institutions on their privacy-preserving transactions and many other customized logic that can be implemented in the decentralized app. So last is we have a commitment from some of the big fintech companies and institutions to onboard the sustainable, inflation-resistant, renewable energies, also with very stable and attractive yield can be launched on Pharos. So for Pharos, to be ready for this enterprise grade of RWA, we have prepared the 2 gigabytes per second with 1 second finality. That's almost a real-time finality if you have experience on the existing blockchains compared with that. So also we have this modularized SPN to enable what I just mentioned, the privacy preserving and many of the customized logic that can be implemented. And we also have this deep parallel design that can not only on the transaction level, execution level, but also on the consensus. We have this asynchronized BFT algorithm which allow the validators, multiple validators to propose the blocks simultaneously. That's why we can achieve this real-time finality. And we also have this blockchain native database to solve the bottlenecks and when we have this high performance transactions that have this IO bottlenecks. At last, we are fully even compatible, which means we can support the most widely adopted token standards. And we can also have this dual VM design, which besides of the EVM virtual machine, we can support WASM runtime, which means most of the other developers which are used to Rust, to Java, to C++, they can also seamlessly deploy their applications and build on the same blockchain, writing the same smart contract, which using the high-level languages that they get used to. This is the overall of the Pharos tech. So underlying that, we have this from permissioned to permissionless DeFi protocols, including the token issuance and the staking vault and the lending protocol. Then we can, using a pledged but regulated way, to make it flow into the DeFi. We call the RWFi protocols on Pharos. And for the infrastructure, we have collaborated with most of the well-known infrastructures to build on Pharos, which including the no matter it's indexer or a small wallet or multi-sig wallet and bridge and etc. And also some of the requirement from the TradeFi domain, like the KYC and AML. So anyone can launch their RWA asset with very easy steps than on Pharos. Also, for the off-chain, we're providing services that could how the management, the underlying asset, and the liquidity with those assets. And we have a dedicated team together with Ant Financial that provided the fund management and the credit rating and also the legal things together. Anyway, it's total solutions that can help the Web2 TradeFi institutions to all onboard on Pharos. Yes, here is a summary of what kind of a TradeFi can be deployed on Pharos, what kind of a necessary component is required. From the first is this asset organizer and also the tokenization. So when you have, for example, no matter it's a stock or it's a gold asset in real world asset or it's an equipment credit, private credit, we have this solution to provide this tokenization services. And also we have this how to make all those assets as a portfolio to make it better with liquidity and securities. And back into the on-chain side, we can also work with many financial institutions and marketplace to provide the DeFi and RWFi protocols, those assets, when they launched on the Web3, how they flowed within those DeFi protocols. And the last is our tech support, no matter it's on the smart contract or on the cross-chain ecosystem, we can fully support the asset issuers and the investors on Pharos. So as I said, the Pharos testnet has been launched on May, and as for now, we have gained a lot of attentions. We have over 1.4 million users, which are authenticated with the social media and other identities to be interacted with the Pharos testnet, and we have around 2.8 million of website visitors. And for on-chain, we have I think the number is updated with 80 million of unique wallet that is interacting on Pharos testnet. So as for the business side, now we are working with Ant Digital Technology, which is a company of Alibaba and Alipay, to onboard 1.5 billion of RWA on Pharos within the next 1 year. So for the next, Pharos mainnet is on the way. We're planning to launch the mainnet on Q3. Should be like 2 to 3 months later. And we have on the first day of the mainnet, we have 300 million of a renewable energy-backed asset. RWA asset will be flowed on Pharos. And then next, we will have more partners from the traditional financing and also the stablecoin in in Hong Kong, Singapore, and Japan. Those partners will be on board to be to help with the trading of those assets from the cross-border trading. Now we also have this 20-minute ecosystem grant that is launched 2 months ago. Now we have over 100 projects as in this on this grant program, and if you have interest, we can also support any project that related into this 3 specific tracks that can be built on Pharos. Besides of the grants, we can support on the technical support and the marketing, and also on the networking side. So here's a QR code if anyone want to apply for that. Yeah, that's all for today, and thank you all for listening, and I hope you guys have a great summer in Canada. Thank you.